This is a follow-up for the optimization of rigs, or rather the proxy creation for rigs. Now, I've imported the same animation that was playing back at 24 frames per second into this, and what happens is that the moment I hit play, you can see we're getting a juicy 4 frames per second. Now, if we open up our statistics, what happens is that this scene currently has 12 million triangles or 6 million polygons, however you want to look. And this is a massive scene. This really is one of those big set pieces. I have the high resolution version loaded in. Now, what happens is that the same way I showed before how to decimate the character, I also have a high and a low version of this set. If I change between those, I go from 3 frames per second. Let's go ahead to Blender file. I'm gonna grab this principal hole, relocate, and I'm gonna go from the high version to the low. All right. The moment I replace, we get 24 frames per second on the playback again. So what this is a version that's decimated. It's its own file. I really don't care too much about the shapes, just all these columns just got merged into a single file, and it's its own independent file, so I can add more detail to the high resolution version and still keep the low and carry it over. This is what I use to animate. Furthermore, since I do this shifting between high and low so often, I just created a switch selected resolution, and then I have a high, and that takes me to the high, and then I have a switch to low, and that brings me to the low. And that is a very simple piece of code which just changes the name of the folder from high to low on whatever I have selected, if it's a reference. So yeah, another short video, but just optimizing this can save so much time in the animation process and further down the pipeline.